Why are you putting this stuff away?
Ma'am, I feel like you're putting me in a position where I have to continuously tell you that that's an issue that you have. This is beyond going to the gym.
No, I just came from the gym. I'm trying to get my wax. I have vacation. My flight leaves tonight. And I need my wax done. And now you're telling me that you can't do my wax because of a funky issue.
From ingrown hairs to infectious diseases, waxers are crying out for a change. They're really fed up with clients who don't practice good hygiene. I thought we had already talked about this in my last waxing horror story video. Like, ladies, before you go get yourself waxed, try and take a shower. People waxing you are human beings. They're not robots. They have feelings. They have nose. They can smell things. It's so annoying that we are out here disgracing ourselves up and down when we can actually do the right things. So in today's video, you're going to be hearing waxers talk about their own horror stories from their own points of view. So now it's no longer the client's horror stories. This is from the waxers themselves. Brace yourself, guys, because it might have a little bit of TMI. I mean, if you're okay with this, then let's get right into the video.
Why are you putting this stuff away?
Ma'am, I feel like you're putting me in a position where I have to continuously tell you that that's an issue that you have. This is beyond going to the gym.
No, I just came from the gym. I'm trying to get my wax. I have vacation. My flight leaves tonight. And I need my wax done. And now you're telling me that you can't do my wax because of a funky issue. It's crazy because I've gone to other places. I've gone to European Wax Center and they don't have an issue. The phone's going off. This is so unprofessional.
I do apologize.
This is so unprofessional.
However, that is beyond. I don't know what, maybe European Wax Center is a little bit more equipped than we are. However, I don't feel comfortable. I'm actually a CNA as well, and that is not just an odor. That's actually an infection.
Excuse me?
That's an infection.
I don't have an infection.
And I don't feel comfortable touching you in that area.
I told you I just went to the gym. I just went to the gym.
Man, that's not the gym. That's not the gym, ma'am. I go to the gym. That's not the gym. That's not the gym.
You don't go to
This
the
is
gym.
a very uncomfortable conversation for me. I'm not your primary
You
care.
don't go to the gym. I can tell by your body type.
Excuse
you
me.
haven't
I
seen
am
a
not
gym.
going to accept insults from you because
You
I'm not
haven't seen a
insulting
gym?
you.
You haven't seen a gym.
Excuse me.
So
because you are embarrassed now.
So you wouldn't
you're
know
going to
when,
try to
you
put
wouldn't know,
me
you
down.
wouldn't know what an odor from the gym smells like if you don't go to the gym.
You are completely. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Oh my god.
We cannot provide a service for you.
This is so
it's too late for me to
embarrassing.
book last minute anywhere else. Everybody else is booked. I got this off a Groupon.
Ma'am, you need to go to the doctors. This has nothing to do. I don't even know why. You should not get on that flight.
This is crazy.
This is embarrassing. I hope you're not going with the man.
This place is embarrassing. You got this bum Easter grass. Look at this place.
Stop
look at this
recording,
place. No,
please.
look at this place.
Please.
Look at this place. I'm gonna show Groupon. Don't touch me. Don't you?
What did I just watch? Oh my god, I feel so embarrassed on behalf of this lady. What was she thinking filming herself? Did she think she was going to get support from people? Because from all indications, this waxer is even doing you a favor by letting you know that something is wrong down there and you really need to see a medical practitioner about it. And she became all angry about it and saying she has a vacation or a vacation to go to. How can you be going to a vacation when you have an infection? What do you plan on doing there? Girl, go get yourself checked.
As a waxer, I get a lot of questions pertaining to my job, but one of the most asked questions that I frequently get is, Julie, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you? And as some of you know, I do have a lot of guests that follow me on here. I used to work for a big franchise corporate waxing place. And if you don't know what it is, I'm pretty sure you could put the pieces together because honestly, there's only a few wax chains. So one day, this girl books an appointment. She's the very last appointment of the day. We know who she is. She has came in before, and let's just say she doesn't have proper body hygiene. And yes, I know as a waxer, we come into, like there is an odor. Like we all know that as waxers, but that's not the point because that doesn't bother us. It's more of the fact that you're not taking care of yourself, and I'm just gonna say it, she had an STD. So in the past, she's came in to get waxed, and one girl that was a waxer, was performing the waxing service, literally had to leave the room because she was gonna throw up, and somebody had to come in and finish the service. Comes to the end of the night, she's late, she walks in and she goes, okay, I have an appointment, and she has no shoes on, first of all. And then also, this girl is like, I have a dick appointment tonight. So for me, I'm like, I'm not waxing her, so I don't really care. I'm just gonna finish up my closing duties. The waxer takes her in the back to get waxed, and this girl starts going like off because the waxer kind of gave her like the spiel of, hey, we can't wax you today just because it does look like there's gonna be a little bit of irritation. I want you to come back with a doctor's note. She starts going off, calling us racist. She's like, I don't understand what the problem is. Every time I come in here, there's always an issue, but I go to other places and I can get waxed perfectly fine, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and you can hear it because we're all just like sitting over there and we're like, what the hell is going on? So the waxer walks out and we're kind of trying to like find a solution. So I was like, I'm gonna go in there and I'll just tell her I'm from corporate. Complete lie. So I walk in there and I'm like, hi, I'm Julie. I'm a corporate waxer. I'm here for training. Is there anything I can help you with? I heard there was an issue going on. And she starts telling me like, you guys are racist. You guys won't wax me.
Oh my God. Wow. I know that waxers go through a lot of things. Like, I'm not just finding out today, but it's really sad when you see mature ladies that know they have a problem go to get waxes done, Brazilian waxes to be specific, without feeling embarrassed. Like, aren't you ashamed? Aren't you embarrassed? What is all this I'm hearing? For goodness sake, it's only proper that you make sure you're okay down there before you go and expose it to people. And then she said something like she has, appointments with gonorrhea. And then you wonder why STD is on the increase. Oh my God.
So you're telling me that I saw a video of a girl, she was in the middle of her Brazilian wax. Now, if you ever had a Brazilian wax, you're pretty exposed, like everywhere. So she's getting it done. Well, the person who's doing it, the waxer, had to stop midway. I got secondhand embarrassment watching this video. She stopped halfway because she couldn't stand the smell. She is, I think, trying to be nice and be like, hey, like, you have a smell down there that's not like a normal smell. Like, maybe she's alluding that maybe she has like an infection or there's something not normal. This is what she does, right? Like, this is what, so she knows. The girl getting the wax is literally trying to record her saying like, oh, you're a horrible business person. How can you say that? She said that she just worked out. Maybe that's why she smells. And the other girl was like, no. That's not why you smell. You smell because there's something really, really wrong, and refuse to continue on. And now thinking back when I've had them in the past, they don't wear masks. These poor girls. So they're like, and they're all up in there. So the way I got secondhand embarrassment from this video, like, girl, and she thought she would post that, being like, I got you, you're a horrible business
Exactly
person.
what I said.
No one's gonna come to you. Girl, that's the opposite. Like, I would never post that if that ever happened to me. Like, couldn't be me.
It's just so crazy. Like I said earlier, she was hoping to get, this PT or support for the waxer abandoning her halfway. But, she got the total opposite. There are a lot of people responding to the video on TikTok. If you just go on and search this particular thing, you see a lot of people giving you their own thoughts about it. And it is not in any way supporting the girl.
So, I'm waxing her friend. I get to her back and I'm like, no way. And I was like, and I literally sat there and I was just like twirling a stick of wax. I'm like, I gotta say something. I was like, yeah, Miss Such and Such, I can't wax you. Why? I said, well, you have a lot of number 2 in your butt,
Oh, no.
And it was like a lot. It was like a lot, like to the point where it looked like she didn't even wipe. So I was just like, and she's like, no, I don't. I've been having problems boo-booing. I can't even boo-boo. I'm like, well, I don't think you got a problem because it's right here. And she's like, let me go to the bathroom. And I was just like, okay.
Oh my God. A lot. Honestly, I feel so embarrassed. Like, I feel so embarrassed because of all these things I'm hearing. What? Is it hard to clean up after having a number two? I mean, even if you're purging, even if you're stooling, right? That should be a sign that you shouldn't have your wax done that day. Why still going? This is so embarrassing. Okay, so we've had almost enough from what waxers go through. I just wanted to chip in a little bit of, people's personal experience about how they had horrible Brazilian wax experience. So let's just get right into it.
I know I look stupid right now, but I just wanted to get on here and say this is 2 days after I got my first Brazilian wax. It hurts so bad. It's covered in red, and I have to sit here with an ice pack on it. I just want people to be aware of what could possibly happen if you're a little bit more sensitive than others. Just don't do it. I did my research. I was not warned about the possible bad outcomes. And so I have to bite my lip and just bear with it. I did this to myself. But I just want to keep somebody else from going through this pain too. It hurts a lot.
Oh my God. I feel so bad for her. She wasn't informed. It's actually very painful, darling. She genuinely feels so bad, and the pain is really killing her from the look of things.
So I walk into this salon to go and get a Brazilian, and I hadn't been there before. I go in and ask the girl if I can get the Brazilian. She's like, yeah, absolutely. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I want to, like everything all gone. And she's like, yeah, okay, yeah, no, that sounds good. We can do that. And I'm like, okay, great. So I lay on the table. She does the waxing. And she's like, okay, you're all done. And I look down and everything is gone except for the part around your lips. Like the most important part, like that's the part that's still there. And normally if somebody gives you like, I don't even know what they're called, but they're not a Brazilian where they leave like the little landing strip. Like that would be okay. That would, I'd live with that. But they got rid of all of the top. The whole triangle at the top was gone. And there was just two little hairy kiwis. Like, can you get I want it all gone. Can you get rid of all of it? And she's like, oh no, I don't really feel comfortable with that. I'm like, but I don't feel comfortable having this. I would rather have what I had than have this. So she didn't feel comfortable. So I had to leave with these little tiny hairy kiwis down there and then go somewhere else.
Oh my God, I can feel the awkwardness as she's narrating this story. But I mean, if your waxer doesn't feel comfortable, I guess you can't force her, right? But I mean, you paid for the service of getting everywhere tidied. So why should you accept leaving when everywhere is not tidied? Like, was there a reason why she just left those two most important parts, hairy, like without waxing them? She asked if you could get everything done. You said yes, just for her to see the two most important parts with their kiwi hairs looking at her in the face. Come on, do better.
I'm getting a Brazilian wax tomorrow. It's been 10 plus years since I last had one, for good reason. My last two experiences were quite traumatizing. So my best friend and I shared a duplex together. She was a hairstylist and we thought, you know what better way to spend a Saturday in than having a little at-home wax experience. I had never had a Brazilian before, and of course she hyped it up. So we dug out a little jar of Sally Hansen wax. Back when Sally Hansen was like a thing. Is she still a thing? Of course, this was upper lip hair wax and eyebrow wax. It'll do. After reading the directions, we're supposed to heat it up in the microwave. Just say it smelled literally burnt plastic when we were done. Should have been our telltale sign we had no business moving on with the wax situation. Want to set the scene for you. There was no sterilization. There was no bed. It was literally laying in the middle of our living room floor, ready for my first Brazilian. First thing she does is start to pull the wax out of the jar. Applies it in the first area she needs to. This is a stripless one, so you just need to like pull the wax. Literally, as soon as she started to pull it off, it was crumbling. Not the good kind like the cookies. It literally was crumbling in her hand. The century-old wax that it is. She had to pull it in crumbles. One little crumble here, rip. You guys know the guy that gets waxed in 40-Year-Old Virgin? Pretty sure they based that movie off of my personal experience during that time. After a couple times of absolute torture, maybe let's just do a bigger area. That way it's like less crumbly. After about 2 full strips, I told her I was finished and I did not care that I looked like this. I was willing to leave it there for the rest of my life.
Oh my god, these are so funny. What? Oh my goodness. I would be so scared of ever getting a Brazilian wax with this type of first experience.
I'm here to give you a very candid warning that nobody told me. If you are going to get a Brazilian wax, okay? Sugaring waxing doesn't matter. If you're going to get a Brazilian, specifically back end, if your backside is about to get all of the hair ripped out and you're going to be as smooth as a baby's butt, that's awesome. Great feeling. Had mine yesterday. Here's the thing. Nobody tells you. Let's talk physics. When you pass gas, I'm dead serious. When you pass gas, your butt hair, your whatever, it gives some friction. It gives something for things to pass through and distribute. It gives a barrier between the cheeks and the air.
She's not lying.
Going, okay? When you rip that off, nothing there, mama. You are fresh as a daisy. Silent farts are not a thing, okay? What is on my eyelash? Silent farts are not a thing.
She's right.
Not a thing. Right after Brazilian wax? No. Wah, pa, 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 pa. That's what your cheeks do, okay? That is exactly what happens. That's no such thing as a silent fart. You should know that. You should know that if you're somebody who's walking through Target and you can kind of feel and you're like, oh no, I think we're okay. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Well, I guess that's the information people didn't think they needed. But she's not even wrong. She's totally right, like 120% correct, honestly. When you do that, there's no silent farts anymore. So maybe the hair grew back after so many weeks. So you just know what you're doing. Just know what you're doing. So moving forward, I would like to just put this out there, ladies. If you're going to get yourself waxed in that Brazilian area, it won't take anything from you to take a shower. Just clean yourself up. At least 30 minutes before your appointment, take a freaking shower. What's happening? What's the problem? What is really the problem? Because why do you ladies like to just get embarrassed at every single opportunity? This should be that one instance where we should be really ashamed, of having smelly down there. If you know you're not fit for the waxing, please sit your ass down at home. You can always reschedule. I can understand, why that first lady that came from the gym claimed that that's why that was smelling. I can understand why she wanted to get waxed by all means. She said she was going on a vacation, and she had limited time. But I honestly feel like if you're not up to it and you're not up to it, can't you just, slide a bit? Must you get that Brazilian wax? This is not a do or die affair. Yes, you've booked for a service. If you personally are not up to it, because trust and believe, I know that you're not up to it. You notice that you've got an infection. You notice that you're purging. You notice that whatever reason down there is smelling. You can always reschedule and explain to your waxer why you cannot come. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. Please, ladies, let's do better moving forward. And yeah, I've come to the end of the video. Let me know what you all think in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.